about it being pool season, beach season, bathing suit season, and all of those situations where we find ourselves in where we're wearing a bathing suit and more of our skin is exposed, and it can fill us with a lot of dread and a lot of just frustration and a lot of comparison. And yeah, I wanted to get on here and talk about that today and why that might be and how we can potentially shift our experience around that. So if you're tuning in live, if you're watching the replay, please say hello. I want to know who's tuning in. I want to know your thoughts. I'm going to share something that might be a little bit challenging to hear today, but I think you're all ready for it. And yeah, I want to hear your thoughts, your opinions, and if you have any tools that you've used in the past to sort of feel more comfortable exposing more skin. So let's think a little bit about why. Why is it so upsetting to wear a bathing suit? Why does it fill us with so much dread? Why is it something that's like such a topic of conversation this time of year in the media, amongst friends, all of those types of things? Well, I was giving some thought to this, and I have 3 reasons why I think it can be so upsetting. The first one is we're being exposed, right? We're being exposed and seen, and it's parts of our body that might not be used to being shown, and so it can feel really vulnerable, right? And we also might avoid looking at these parts of our bodies year round, right? We might be one of those people that, doesn't allow ourselves to be seen with the lights on. We might avoid looking at ourselves in the mirror. We might not allow other people to look at our bodies in this way. And so it can feel really exposed, right? Because we're not used to it. Also, bathing suits can be really uncomfortable, right? And again, you've heard me talk about this before, but bathing suits are sized to fit a very narrow segment of the population. So what happens in the fashion industry is that there's a product development team, and they are responsible for the specs of garments. And so what they do is they bring in one model, right? One model who fits the ideal proportions, the quote unquote ideal proportions. And she's usually a size 2 or a 4. And what they do is they put her into that bathing suit, they fit it to her body, and then they size up or size down based on her body, right? And so that does not take into account the immense and beautiful diversity that exists in this world amongst bodies, right? So they're fit for a very narrow segment of the population. And with that, they can end up being really uncomfortable, right? Like maybe they're a little bit tight in the waist. I know for me particularly, I have a pretty large lower half, and I have a really hard time finding a bathing suit that fits my bottom without falling off in the waist. And it can be really frustrating at times. And the third reason is that there's a cultural message. Again, I referenced this early before, but you'll notice around April, right? April is when the summer clothes are starting to come out and bathing suits are starting to be on the shelves in stores. There's this cultural message around getting bathing suit or bikini season ready. And there's a sort of archetype of individual that is propped up, put on a pedestal of what a bikini body should look like, right? And this is a massive marketing opportunity for the diet industry, you guys. They make a lot of money this time of year, promising flat bellies and six packs and toned booties and all of that type of stuff, right? So we're swimming in it on a daily basis. We're inundated with that message. And there is this, ideal, right? That's like, if you fit into this, if you get your body into this, then you're worthy of wearing a bathing suit, and can make the vast majority of the population that doesn't fit into that archetype really uncomfortable and really insecure wearing one, right? So you're not alone. So an enormous amount of pressure is put on bathing suit season. And I think, and I know it's possible, that it's time we reclaim that experience and invite a more empowering, perhaps even neutral experience around wearing bathing suits. So, more thoughts. What if bathing suit season was just that? A season. Like every other season of the year, right? So I live in the Northeast of the United States, and it's cold like 6 months out of the year. I'm wearing a puffer jacket 6 months out of the year, and that's a season for me, and I really don't like that season. And then there's summer for 2 months out of the year, and I'm wearing a bathing suit, right? So what if it was just that, a season, a time of year where we're showing a little bit more of our bodies because it's hot. And perhaps we're showing a little bit more of our bodies because we love that feeling of a warm summer breeze on our arms, or perhaps because We have been under layers for month after month after month, and those parts of our bodies want and deserve a little bit of vitamin D from the sun. Or what if we just love the feeling of jumping into a nice, refreshing pool or diving into a wave, right? What if that's what bathing suit season was all about? So here's what I know to be true. You don't owe anyone a bikini body. You don't owe anybody that. Your body is not an object, and it's not a product to be consumed. Your body is just your body. And your body doesn't exist for the viewing pleasure of others. Nope, it doesn't. You don't owe anybody a bikini body. It doesn't exist for their viewing pleasure. It is your body. And so I understand that it's great for me to sit here and say all of these things, right? And sort of get really passionate and up on my soapbox, as I tend to do. But I also want to share some tips with you on things that you can do to begin to shift your experience. And these are things that I did for myself. There are things that I give to my clients to do. And, I had a client that I worked with for, earlier in the year, and she had not worn a bathing suit or gone to the beach in years. And it was something that she had previously loved to do, but again, didn't feel like she was worthy of wearing a bathing suit. I felt so ashamed of it, right? So through our work together, once bathing suit season came around, she actually bought a new bathing suit and she put it on and she went to the beach, and she said to herself, wow, it feels really good to just be in this bathing suit and not worry about what other people think of my body. It's my body, not theirs. So again, bringing it back to, you don't owe anybody a bikini body. And so know that it's absolutely possible for you to reclaim your experience of wearing a bathing suit. And I wanted to start by sharing a mindset shift. And this is something that I've been alluding to this entire time, that your body is not an object. Your body doesn't exist for other people's viewing pleasure. And this one can be a little bit hard to hear sometimes because it also causes us to have to create awareness around how we're thinking about other people's bodies. So just as much as your body doesn't exist for other people's viewing pleasure, your body isn't a product to be consumed or an object, neither is other people's bodies, right? And so notice that if you're one that compares yourself to other people, right, whether it's you're comparing yourself to a magazine or you're comparing yourself to a friend that just seems to have it all together, right? Notice that when you're comparing, that you're also identifying that person or valuing that person based on their body. Right? So let that sink in for a moment. When you're comparing yourself to other people, you are valuing them based on their body. And that's something that we're all trying to move away from, right? We're trying to identify our self-worth and our value outside of our bodies. And we can't do that if we're valuing other people by their bodies. And so notice that. Notice that if you aren't valuing somebody else based on their body, if you're allowing them to just be like to know that their body is just a vehicle for their soul, right? You're seeing past their body into the depths of who they are, and you're not comparing yourself to them, that both bodies are neutral and don't mean anything, right? And notice, like, when you think about it in that way, how much more of an empowering experience it is to go into wearing a bathing suit around other people and not reduce them to their bodies, and know that because of that, you are not reduced to your body. So sit on that one for a little bit. I want to know what your thoughts are, what comes up for you when you hear something like that. So with that, there's 3 actions that you can take to feel more comfortable, to start building that comfort in wearing a bathing suit. The first one is to do the body power meditation, the one that I gave you during the 7-day challenge. And you know that meditation is all about feeling empowered, knowing that you can do anything, wear anything that you want to in the body that you're in today, and really bringing about that idea of body neutrality, right? So whether it's the night before, the evening before, or right before going to the event, do that meditation and see if that's able to shift your experience. And if you need access to that, go to, I believe, the files section of this group. Let me know if you can't find it and I'll post it again. The next one is more of a writing exercise, or you could actually say it aloud too. So I've found what's really been helpful for me in the past is actually to say or write my feelings about myself out loud, right? So whether it's I'm feeling uncomfortable in this bikini, or I feel like somebody else has a better body than mine, or I'm afraid that somebody else is going to judge my body, right? So what you're doing is when you're writing it out or you're saying it out loud, you're creating distance between yourself and that thought, because the thought is simply a thought, right? There's no good or bad around it. It's just a thought you are having. You are not that thought just as much as you are not your body. So you're creating some distance between you and that thought. And then you can say to yourself, but I choose to accept myself anyways. I choose to enjoy my experience anyways. So you're naming it, you're claiming it, and you're inviting in a new experience. I'm feeling uncomfortable in this bathing suit, but I choose to enjoy this moment anyways. I feel like this person has a better body than me, but I'm choosing to accept myself anyways, right? So naming it, claiming it, and inviting in a different experience. And then the third one is to find a bathing suit that feels really comfortable on you. You never have to wear a bikini, right? So a lot of people prop up wearing a bikini as like the pinnacle of body confidence, but you never have to wear one if you don't want to. I actually have to wear bikinis because I have a very long torso and I can't find a one piece that fits me without feeling really uncomfortable. But if you feel good in a one piece or you never want to show your stomach, again, you don't owe anybody a bikini body. So feel free to wear whatever bathing suit feels comfortable for you, and don't feel like you have to hold up the idea of wearing a bikini body as like the ultimate, or wearing a bikini as the ultimate goal in body confidence, right? You don't owe anybody that. And it might also be that you like wearing a bikini. Maybe you want to wear something that's sexy. Maybe you want to wear something that's revealing. And I say, go for it. Awesome. Do that. And if you feel more comfortable covered up, maybe whether it's the shorts type of bathing suits or a tankini or a one piece, that is a completely valid choice as well. So wear a bathing suit, find one that feels comfortable for you. There are certainly body positive brands out there that are creating more inclusive bathing suits and more comfortable bathing suits. So I think DIA is one of them. Reb Dolls is another one. And yeah, there's so many options out there. You can even just Google like body positive bathing suits, right? I think Athleta is actually coming out with a more comfortable line of bathing suits as well. So know that there's options out there and that you absolutely don't have to wear a string bikini at the beach. You don't owe anybody that. So I just rambled and ranted for way longer than I anticipated. As usual, I hope if you've made it to the end of this video, congratulations. And if this also feels like a really big stuck point for you, this is something you're like, I can't imagine ever putting on a bathing suit until my body changes, then I'm here for you. If this is a stuck point, hop on a call with me. I posted the link to my schedule in the description of this video, as well as the coupon code. You can hop on, we can talk about it. We can create some reframes and shift that experience. And yeah, know that it does not have to be that way and that you can create a new experience around wearing a bathing suit. So that is it. I'm off to the beach. I'm loving you all. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your takeaways. Let me know your questions. Let me know if this was helpful for you. And I will see you back here soon. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye, everyone.